Ancient India spoke of realms beyond Earth, of celestial beings traversing the heavens in flying crafts, and of cosmic wars fought with weapons that sound eerily like modern technology. The Vedas and Puranas, texts dismissed by some as mythology, describe technologies and knowledge systems far ahead of their time. Could it be that the gods of Hindu civilization were not mere deities, but visitors from other worlds, extraterrestrial beings whose advanced science appeared divine to ancient humans? One of the most mysterious accounts comes from the Ramayana in the Kishkinda Kanda, where Sugriva, the Vanara king, instructs his search parties to explore every corner of the earth in search of Sita. His descriptions are astonishing. He details vast continents, great mountains, frozen poles, and distant islands that align remarkably with the modern map of the globe. Sugriva even mentions a circular earth surrounded by vast oceans, at a time when the rest of the world still believed in an ancient text written thousands of years ago depict geographical knowledge of the Arctic, Antarctic, and faraway lands like Africa and the Americas. Some argue it's coincidence, but others suggest that this atlas was not poetic imagination. It was data. If the gods who interacted with humans in those eras came from the skies, could they have shown early humans what the world truly looked like from above? No discussion of ancient Indian mysteries is complete without the vimanas, the flying chariots of the gods. In the Rigveda, Mahabharata, and Ramayana, these crafts are described in extraordinary detail. They could soar in the sky, travel between worlds, and even launch destructive weapons that sound like missiles or laser beams. The Samarangana Sutradhara, a 10th century text attributed to King Bhoja, describes how vimanas were built using metals resistant to heat, powered by mercury engines and controlled by mental commands. Another text, the Vaimanika Shastra, though rediscovered only in the early 20th century, details aerodynamics, flight patterns, and propulsion mechanisms unknown in ancient times. Were these poetic metaphors? Or are we glimpsing the memory of real machines, perhaps given to humanity by beings whose technology was indistinguishable from magic? The Mahabharata is often called a spiritual epic, but buried within its verses are scenes that sound less like ancient battles and more like modern warfare. Consider the description of the Brahmastra, a weapon so powerful that it could destroy an entire city and scorch the earth for generations. It required precise activation codes, could only be used once, and unleashed blinding light and heat. Modern scholars have compared this to nuclear weaponry. The strange vitrified ruins found in parts of Rajasthan, where sand is fused into glass under extreme heat, raise unsettling questions. Could these be remnants of ancient atomic detonations? And if so, who gave humans such catastrophic power? The epic repeatedly mentions gods descending from the heavens in blazing chariots, observers or participants in this ancient cosmic conflict. Ancient Indian texts contain astronomical data so precise it stuns modern researchers. The Surya Siddhanta calculates the Earth's diameter, orbital period, and distance from the Sun with a precision rivaling contemporary measurements. The text also describes planetary motions, eclipses, and even the concept of time dilation, measuring time differently for gods and humans, much like Einstein's relativity would explain thousands of years later. How did people thousands of years ago, without telescopes or satellites, measure such phenomena? The priests of Babylon and Egypt guessed. The rishis of India knew. Could their knowledge have come from visitors who observed Earth from beyond its skies? Lord Krishna's city, Dwarka, described in the Mahabharata, was said to be built of gleaming metal, adorned with lights that never dimmed and connected by causeways that glowed at night. When it sank beneath the sea after Krishna's departure, it was considered a legend, until marine archaeologists discovered ruins off the coast of modern Dwarka, matching the descriptions almost exactly. The structures date back over 9,000 years, older than any known civilization. The question is not whether Dwarka existed, but how it existed. Could the architectural marvels, glowing pathways and energy systems have been remnants of advanced technology shared by beings the ancients called gods? Ancient Indian cosmology speaks of multiple worlds, locus, each inhabited by different beings. The Devas and Asuras are said to have come from distinct realms, waging wars not just for land, but for cosmic dominance. These were not supernatural myths. They could be accounts of interstellar civilizations, their conflicts echoing through human memory. Moreover, time in Hindu philosophy flows differently across these realms. What feels like centuries on Earth may be mere moments in the heavens. Such relativity is not fantasy. It aligns with modern physics. Were these realms in fact other dimensions or planets, and were the gods visitors from those distant worlds? Ancient texts often mention the gods interbreeding with humans, creating hybrids of extraordinary intelligence and strength. Figures like Hanuman, born of divine energy and human form, fit this pattern. If ancient astronauts did descend to Earth, could they have modified human genetics, accelerating our evolution and gifting us bursts of advanced knowledge? The sudden appearance of agriculture, architecture, and mathematics in early civilizations might not be a coincidence, but a spark, a gift from the stars. Modern science is only beginning to rediscover what the ancients may have already known, that humanity's story is deeply intertwined with the cosmos. The gods of Hinduism might not have been omnipotent beings, but travelers, teachers from distant star systems. The divine weapons, flying palaces, and celestial maps could all be remnants of contact with a civilization whose technology defied comprehension. Perhaps the temples, rituals, and mantras we preserve today are echoes of communication protocols, technologies, and memories of a forgotten partnership between humans and cosmic visitors. If we strip away the divine labels and read the ancient texts as history, not mythology, a startling possibility emerges: that the gods were never imaginary. They were real, physical beings who once walked among us. They came from the heavens, shaped our world, and then departed, leaving behind monuments, scriptures, and a burning curiosity to find them again. Maybe the rishis who gazed at the night sky weren't worshipping distant deities. They were remembering their teachers. And maybe one day, when humanity looks deep enough into the cosmos, we'll find that the ancient gods were never gone. They've been waiting for us to understand who they truly were.